Hey everybody! I always start with hey everybody. What the heck, eh? It's of course Kevin from the Awareness website. We've got this week's video of Awareness Tai Chi for you. We're going to be working on the next move. Which number, Shelly?
Not telling you.
No, she's not telling me. I think it's 36. High paddle on horse. And so we're going to go into that, do a few details with it, and stay with us right till the very end because we're going to talk about a couple of comments from some viewers just to clarify a couple things for you guys. So hang in there, we'll be right back. All right, we're up to high pat on horse. And this is kind of a cool move. Again, like all the other moves, it incorporates the foundation exercises. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple of the foundations just to help give you an idea of how this move works a little bit. Now, high pat on horse is done twice in the set. So it follows the set of wave hands and the whip to one side after that, the 5 times, and also towards the end of the set in the set of 3 wave hands. So that can kind of give you a little bit of a memory jogger when you're at the 5, you know, high pat on horse is coming up after the whip, and when you do the 3 wave hands, high pat on horse comes up after the whip again. So that'll help you a little bit. Of course, the 7, that's followed by snake creep slope, but that's a whole nother video again. So we'll get to that eventually here. Okay, now we're taking it from the whip to one side, and I'm going to show you something about the toyus that'll really help you get the hang of the high pat on horse and getting the arms coordinated. When you come from the whip to one side, the left arm pushes out, and then you're going to do a toyu back. Now, when we do a regular toyu, quite often a lot of people will just sort of pull the arms in as they move to the back leg, and then push the arms out, and then pull the arms in. So something you want to try and play around with, try practicing, is letting the arms float a little bit more. And what I mean by that is when the leg pushes, the arms float out. There's an intention, there's direction to it, there's an expression. So it's not sort of like dead floating. There's an expression. The back leg is pushing and the arms push out. Now when you come back, it's the same when you go to the back of the toyu, that the front leg pushes, but you want that push to connect with the arms, but don't pull the arms in. If you let the expression out here and then push with the leg and just leave the arms alone, it's like it just sort of gives you this extra stretch in the arms, and it helps to stretch the upper part of the spine and helps you line up and get into the sit. So leave the arms out there, push with the leg, and then as you come back into the sit, the arms settle. They separate and push out. So just leave them out there. Don't pull them in. Let the leg push and let the arms float from that leg push. They express from that leg push. Okay, so play around with that. Now, in the high pat on horse, it's the same idea. Is when the left arm goes out, the back leg drives the arms out, so left arm straight ahead and the right arm out to the side. When the front leg pushes you back into the toyu, leave that left arm out. The right arm drops down as you sit in, so that when you bring this foot back in, you get the push-pull. So my timing wasn't great on that one, so watch again. So
Who's your instructor?
Okay, there's the peanut gallery. So, push from the back leg, push from the front leg, left arm stays out, load that right leg, so So you can bring this toe in and then push-pull with the arms. So you're using the toy use, and then you're also using this exercise when the arms are push-pull. So it's push-pull. But the left hand pulls in palm up. The right hand is pushing out with the edge of the hand outwards. So the palm is outwards, but the expression is from the edge of the hand. So watch again. So the same thing here, when you do the whip out and then you sit, it just sort of stretches the arm. And then when the left arm goes out here, you push back and it stretches the arm. You relax, bring the toe in, push, pull. If you bring that left arm in when you come back into the toyu, now there's no equal and opposite. Now the arm is already in and you're just pushing out the top arm. So don't pull the arms in and then push out because there's no connection there. Push back, bring the toe, and then push and stand up. Now the other thing to watch for when you're doing that is the turning. So when you whip, you relax back down, you turn to the 45 with the right leg, you step, and you turn forward when you push out. When you push back, turn to the 45 to sit into the leg, place the toe, and then as you come up, you turn forward again. So this is a spiral. So you're pushing and rising. So you're pushing up the top of the head and letting the arms express. So try and pay attention to that turning. So all you're doing, turning forward, turning back to the 45, placing the toe, turning straight ahead. Try and balance the arms with the rise. So as you stand, the right arm is going out. When it gets to the top, that's when you're going to drop back down, going into the separation kicks. But that'll be next week. So you'll have to hang around for that. Lots of time to practice high pat on horse while you're at it. So I'll do it from this side just so you can see what the left hand is doing. Push back, place the toe, push up. So the arm expresses, kind of rounded in front so that when you're finished, both hands are on the center line. And it's about the same height as when you're doing this exercise. So it's kind of in front of the shoulders. So I'm pushing out. Okay, got all that? Okay, so it's just a short little move, but it's a really good opportunity to practice your toyus and your equal opposite foundations. So, oh yes, and Shelley's whispering, the principles too. Absolutely the principles too. So that's your 45 degrees, when you're extending out, expressing, not letting your knee go too far forward. And again, getting that straight line, head to heel, equal and opposite forces. And let's see, what else was there? Anyway, check out the videos. You can go through that and you'll be able to see all those principles. And it's really worth the time to play around and check that out as to how that fits into each of the moves. All right, so let's do a little bit of follow along. So I'm going to turn around. We'll start with the whip to one side and do high pat on horse. So we'll start facing away from you as if you're behind me, following along in the set. So you're bounced on the right leg. The right arm is out. Left arm is an open, relaxed feeling. Going to relax back down into the right leg. Step out with the left. Turn the left hand forward, express out, keep the left arm floating out there as you shift back into the toyu. Place the left toe, push up, and equal and opposite with the hands. So most of the weight is back into the right leg, and the foot position is exactly the same as from the whip to one side. You step out and push, you come back, and this toe comes back into the same spot as you were in whip to one side. Okay, follow along again. Whip, relax down, step, express out, push back, load the leg, place the toe, and express up. Okay, one more time. Whip, relax, step, express, toyu back. Push with the left leg, relax down, place the toe, push up. And we can do it from the side here. I'm getting cues from Shelley. Alright, let's do it this way, so it might be easier for you to watch me in this direction. So from the whip to one side, relax down, step, express out, toyu back, load the right leg, place the left toe, push up. One more time, whip to one side. Notice my feet didn't move. It's the exact same position. Relax down, step, express out, toyu back, bring the toe in for high pat on horse. And one more time. Whip, relax, express, toyu, push up, high pat on horse. Alright, so practice that. It's great to take a move like that. If you just got a minute, get up from your desk or whatever you're doing and just do a couple of high pat on horses. I mean, it's just fun. Okay, so a couple of things from some viewers. And some of you have noticed my hair is getting shaggy. I'm keeping one step ahead of Shelley still. And thanks for the heads up, some of you. But she's probably going to catch me pretty soon, I imagine. She's been making lots of comments. So, and now there's one thing that has come up, and a lot of you are starting to get this idea, and it's great. Some of you are bringing it up in class and stuff, putting the foundations into the moves. Great way to start to build strength and to really emphasize and strengthen those foundation exercises, because that's the key to all of it. If you don't have those foundations, it's a dance, and it really doesn't have near as much benefit on your body as if you're using the foundations. And another viewer was having a little bit of concern with the transition coming from the carry tiger, so the two-handed push, coming around into diagonal signal whip, and that's with the angles of the feet. So I'll kind of go at it this way. When we start the set, we're facing in a particular direction, so we'll call that north. When we turn to the right, we'll call that west. So if I were to turn 90 degrees, I'm going west. Now when we do carry tiger from here, this is the opening position. We go into carry tiger, we relax down, step to 45 degrees to the southwest corner. And that's where you'll do your right brush knee. So you've got your 45 degree step here. When you come to the two-handed push, when you pivot around here, if I were to turn my foot 90 degrees, I'm facing to the northwest. So I'm still only at 45 degrees. but you want to bring that another 22.5 degrees, I think it is. That 90 from there, so that would be 45. That would be 90, and maybe another. Is that another 45? You can fudge it a little bit. I know I've watched Mr. Moy and it never comes around perfectly, but when you place this toe, your arm will be facing to the north, and this toe should be lined up relatively to the north, so that the left foot is at 45 to the northeast, with the diagonal single whip. So when you come around, pivot all the way so you're pigeon-toed, place the 45 and push out, because that's going to set up this step going into the rest of the diagonal single whip. So hope that clarifies it. I know some people don't quite go all the way. Then this step is really wide when you're doing this, or you're doing it to this angle, and then when you go into this part, you're doing a really awkward wide step, and I mean, if you got really flexible hips and knees, maybe it's okay, but you want to kind of keep it balanced and lining the body up as you go through it. So play around with that, and yeah, great question. If you ever have any concerns about different angles and moves and stuff, by all means, make comments. We love the comments that we've been getting. Lots of great suggestions and lots of great questions. So keep them coming. Like us on Facebook. Check out the website. Keep the comments coming, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Just a side note, I think your west should have been east.
Oh, okay. Shelly says my compass points are out of whack here. So, all right, that's going east, and then that'll be southeast, northeast, northwest. But play around with that when you're doing the set. Just kind of orient yourself with the compass points so you can figure out your angles. It's fairly simple, but it's not set in stone. You can fudge it a little bit depending on your flexibility. Sometimes you might have to do a little bit extra shift just to get things lined up. But just have fun with it. Don't militarize it too much. Okay, take care.